Welcome into the Flippin' Hippos reseller channel. I'm Star. If you're new here or you haven't already, please consider subscribing and don't forget to hit the thumbs up. It helps us feed hungry hippos. Today is May 27th. It is a Tuesday. However, yesterday was a holiday, so we are doing the what sold on eBay a day late this week, and it's going to be very succinct and not long at all. I hope everyone had a really good Memorial Day weekend. And today is time to get back to work if you took yesterday off, which I did. And so I'm behind and I have all the things to do today. So I just pulled out 4 items to talk about with you. These are 4 items or brands that you don't see me selling very often because I don't source these types of things very often. We did not sell any plush on the eBay platform at all last week. We did sell a lot of plush elsewhere, and you'll see those later next week. We sold, I believe, like 5 or 6 remotes in 1 week, which is weird. And then some comic books, some of our bread and butter jeans, some jewelry, things like that. I do have one jewelry here to show you. I wanted to start with this jacket and show you this men's jacket, which is not typically something I would source. This is what is considered a mall brand or a food brand also. And I would tell you, if you see Forever 21 women's jeans, probably don't want to source them. A blouse or a jacket, it would depend on the style and the size. Now, this is something I got in my bulk buy. However, I would source this if it was $1 or $2. Even though it's Forever 21 brand, it is a men's size large utility jacket. And these types of jackets, these like outdoorsy with all the pockets, do well in any brand. It even has a pocket on the back here that zips. These do sell pretty quickly. This has been up for like 2 weeks. Men do like these types of jackets. They're utility jacket's a good keyword for it. In my mind, I always call them, the outdoorsy. If you have room in your title, you can put hiking, outdoors, fishing, just anything that would equate this to being something that a man would wear for outdoor activities. And it sold for $19.24 plus 8 shipping. That's a solid bread and butter price for a brand that normally would not fetch a bread and butter price, to be honest. But sometimes it's not always about brand, and it's about the item. I wanted to show you these earrings because they are something that sold for $13 plus 5 shipping. So that's $18 all in for costume jewelry. And I sell jewelry like this all the time on all the platforms. I do get a little bit more money for my costume jewelry on Etsy than I do eBay or Poshmark. I only put the vintage stuff over there, though. Paige. I haven't shown you any Paige jeans in a while. I haven't found them to source them in a long time. I haven't really been getting them in my boxes. But it's still a brand that I do like. It used to be worth a lot more, of course. You know what happens when a lot of new sellers flood the scene and start reselling and don't know what they're doing. And sometimes even seasoned resellers decide that they're going to wake up and choose to be a turd and race to the bottom. It happens. But this is still a good brand. All in with shipping, it got about $30 for these. And they're white. If I have different styles or the blue jeans of Paige, I can get like $30 and $35 for them. And then a bra. I don't typically sell bras, but I did receive a bunch of bras in a bulk buy. So at current, I have a lot of bras listed because I bought a bunch of them. They came with my huge bulk buy, and there was just a lot of them. And I got them up as quickly as I could because I knew they would do well. This is a Wacol and $25 plus 5 shipping. So it's a $30 bra. It weighs like 3 ounces to ship. So the reason I wanted to show you these 4 items was for those teachable moments. You don't need to see the remotes, the bread and butter, the things that I'm showing you all the time on this channel. You know we sell basically the same stuff over and over and over every week. And I know you probably get tired of seeing it. So I'm going to try to focus on just showing you the atypical items or different or new. And I am trying to source a little bit differently now. So you may see a lot more items. You guys have seen jewelry, but I really wanted to reiterate that you can get good prices for costume jewelry. You don't have to price your costume earrings at $5 free ship. You can ask for what you think they're worth. I have a guide on how to price your costume jewelry that I compiled with other sellers that I'm trusted, that I'm friends with, and that I trust in business. We compiled this list. It's free. It's available at the link in the description box, and it's completely free. But yeah, moving forward, as I do these what sold videos, I'm going to try to show you things you don't normally see, and then just mention that, yes, we do still sell Old Navy, Gap, American Eagle jeans, Gloria Vanderbilt, all the good stuff that I've always sold. I call it good stuff because guess what? The volume stuff, the bread and butter stuff is what pays my bills. It's what I find consistently. It's what I can sell all the time. And then getting stuff like this is a once in a while one-off. It's nice to toss it in and get some different buyers in my store. All right, everybody, be productive this week. I don't know who worked yesterday and who didn't, but if you didn't, you got a lot of work to catch up on this week. And if you did, you should always be productive. This is the end of May. We're getting into June this weekend. So wrap up your goals for the month. Start thinking about next month. June is the last month of the second quarter as well. So you want to start thinking about your goals and where you're at and really busting your butts. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, let me know down below. I will be more than happy to answer. And join my Facebook group, Flippin' Hippos Reseller Pod. I'll see you in the next one.